guys have to be willing to take the beating, to be separated from the comfort and the adulation of other people. They have to be willing to be separated from that in order to pursue the good, regardless of the personal cost, which is the greater good. I think before I answer that, let me answer how actual angels communicate amongst themselves. So basically the way it works is, because they don't have bodies, so we communicate because I think of something, I make a set of sounds, and then you hear the sounds, and then you interpret it based upon that. So it's a physical kind of communication. But because they don't have bodies, that means that their communication is purely intellectual. So it's a kind of a telepathy. And so the way that works is one angel thinks of the other angel and thinks to himself, I want to communicate with that particular angel. Now, if you remember what I was saying earlier, God infuses the particular things as they're happening in the minds of the angels as they're happening. And so the angel that's infused in the other angel's mind, that angel so-and-so wants to communicate with you. Then just like with us, we can either listen to somebody or not. If he uses his will to turn towards that angel in his mind, then all that angel has to do is then he can start communicating what he wants to directly with them. Okay. So that basically means that they can use their mind to communicate with them. That's not any different from the very nature of prayer. In fact, with the definition of prayer is lifting the mind and heart to God. So we're directing our mind to Him. And then when we do that, and then through our prayer that we communicate with Him what we want, then when we do that, so obviously God knows all our thoughts anyway, but that's how we actually communicate with God, is just by directing our thoughts to Him directly and communicating Him with our thoughts.
Thought?
Yeah, it is in the sense that it's better for us, and so God tends to. It doesn't mean that God doesn't listen to the mental prayers, or even if you're talking to No, He does.
He does.
He listens to them, but a lot of times when we vocalize it, it helps our faculties become more focused, and it's a stronger prayer as a result. And so that's why a lot of times there's also certain kinds of prayers He just wants done vocally anyway. So, and because He made us as human beings and made us with the ability to communicate in that fashion, He also wants us to do that from time to time. On the other hand, there's also certain kinds of prayer that you want to be entirely mental.